Today I'm talking about all the Catholic resources I'm bringing to the hospital for me for labor and delivery. I have been collecting things around my house and just putting them in this little bag so that I could pop it in my hospital bag before I give birth. I wanted to make sure that I had some key religious items to just make me feel more comforted during labor and also to just keep me centered, stay close to Christ, stay focused. So I thought this would be a fun little video to share the Catholic items I'm bringing, what I've been doing to prepare for labor spiritually and emotionally. Hopefully some of these resources will help. The first item that I'm bringing and that I've also been using to prepare for labor is the Rosary. I love praying the Rosary. I cannot state enough how important praying the Rosary is and praying it daily. Not only are you going to see a huge benefit to your own life, I actually have a bunch of videos on the Rosary, how to pray it, and also how the Rosary praying the Rosary changed my life. So I'll link all those in the description box below. I love the Rosary. I have such a huge devotion to it. It's totally changed my life praying it. They say praying the Rosary is like setting off like a positive atomic bomb, and I really do believe that. Like, the power of the Rosary is so significant, and it's so gentle, and it's something that you don't even realize that how it's changing your life until you look back and you see, oh my goodness, I've changed so much for the better, and like my life has gotten better, and it was such a gentle way. I did a Marian consecration, and St. Louis de Montfort always talks about how like you can get to heaven without the Blessed Mother, but when you consecrate yourself to the Blessed Mother, it's like taking the highway versus like taking the scenic route. I really feel that way about praying the Rosary daily. It's like taking the fast lane when everybody else is stuck in traffic. The graces that you receive are so significant, and not that I pray the Rosary just for my own graces that I receive, but also for my son and for my husband and for this labor. It's brought me so much comfort. If you don't pray the Rosary, something that really helped me was starting with an audio CD of it. I listened to it on iTunes. There's like an iTunes version of it. You can also play one of my YouTube videos for free while you clean and you do things, and then eventually you'll get to the point where you'll like actually want to sit down and just really meditate on the Rosary, and that's what I do. But it took baby steps. I definitely wasn't the kind of person that loved the Rosary 5 years ago before I started praying it regularly. It definitely wasn't my favorite prayer. I would roll my eyes anytime my mom would ask me to pray it. By the grace of God, just taking those baby steps while I was in traffic or on a car ride or cleaning or doing dishes or something like that, I started just putting it on because it was a good way to pass the time, whatever. Now I'm totally addicted. I love praying the Rosary every day. It's such a good habit. I know I'm gonna want to pray the Rosary while I'm in labor. I packed 2 different rosaries, one for me and one for my husband, and then I also have ones in my purse just in case I need extra. Another thing I'm bringing is this image of the Blessed Mother with the infant Jesus. It's from Our Lady of Schoenstatt. I did a whole video about Our Lady of Schoenstatt and the devotion to it, so I'm going to put that in the description box below if you're curious. But it also has a consecration prayer that you can pray every day to the Blessed Mother, and I wanted to feel the Blessed Mother close, and I keep this on my bedside table. For the last few years I have had it on my bedside table, so I felt that it would bring me comfort to just like look at it when things are really intense in labor, as I imagine it will get intense. Third Marian item. It seems like there's a little bit of a theme here, but you know, the Blessed Mother, I think about that all the time, like in the Joyful Mysteries when you meditate on the Nativity, like the Blessed Mother at 9 months. I think about this all the time, essentially, because I am currently 39 weeks pregnant, so I am about to pop, I'm about to have this baby, and I just think about how the Blessed Mother rode on a donkey from Nazareth to Bethlehem, so pregnant. If you're very heavily pregnant like me, to meditate on, because it's just so astounding what the Blessed Mother endured, and I'm sure she received special graces for all that, but like it's incredible to think about riding on a donkey, no back support. Like my back is killing me. I have a pillow behind me in my chair because my back hurts just naturally, and I have like back support. She had no back support on that donkey, just riding into Bethlehem, and probably didn't complain. Whereas I really have not been doing everything right with as far as not complaining is concerned. I wanted this statue of the Blessed Mother. It's a image of the Blessed Mother pregnant with Jesus. I love this so much. I actually registered for this statue when we were engaged. My husband and I were engaged because we both knew we were open to life, and once we got married we wanted to try and have a baby. I really wanted this Blessed Mother in our home to help us conceive and watch over us and bless us hopefully with fertility. We were blessed with fertility, as you can see. Praise God, I'm having this baby. I really love this statue. I don't believe in luck or anything like this. I just believe this statue was such a blessing to us, part of our fertility journey. So I really wanted her in the hospital room when I give birth. I will link it down below. She just brings me so much comfort when I look at her. So I just wanted to have things that I can look to feel peace and to remember that, you know, the Blessed Mother's with me, all the saints are with me, Jesus is with me during this labor and delivery. Another item that I'm bringing for comfort is the crucifix that my husband and I said our wedding vows on. It's a special wedding crucifix. I got it from, again, Ziegler Catholic Books, and this is not sponsored by any means, but I just really like the bookstore and it's local, so obviously I want to support them. This is a wedding cross and it has 2 rings at the bottom. It's supposed to symbolize Jesus's blood pouring down and blessing your union. There is this town in Bosnia-Herzegovina that there's like a 0% divorce rate. It's a very Catholic town. Everyone says their wedding vows on the crucifix while holding the crucifix to remember not only that God's in the center of your marriage, but that marriage is also the way of the cross and there's going to be hard times. Not to just lean on your spouse, but to lean on Christ during those hard times together, to always turn to God together, not to make each other God, especially in the hard times. I think this is such a special crucifix. Obviously, we said our wedding vows on it and we held it together. So I really wanted a crucifix, the crucified Christ. I know some Christian denominations are uncomfortable with it, but I just talk about, maybe this is like me being super Catholic. I love the crucifix. That's actually part of my conversion story. Was when I was like in severe depression, I really connected to Christ on the cross and his suffering because he knew my suffering, and I felt so much consolation in looking at the crucifix. I know I'm going to be in such an intense pain. Having a crucifix to look to, offer up my suffering the best way I can as a prayer for the world, because there's so many people in need of prayer, and I have a whole video about offering your suffering as a prayer and also just connecting with Christ on the cross. The last item I'm bringing is this little vial of holy water. My mother-in-law, who is so sweet and such a huge blessing to me, gave me and my husband holy water from Lourdes. Lourdes is a Marian apparition site where the Blessed Mother appeared. She showed her where there would be this spring, where they dug up the spring, and the spring would have healing properties. The spring actually has healed thousands of people, and there's been thousands of miracles associated with it. So my mother-in-law got me some holy water from Lourdes. I am taking it with me to the hospital to bless myself with, bless the baby with. It's just so special and so precious. You can bring any kind of holy water. Every Catholic church will have fonts in them that you can pour out and fill a container with holy water. You can go to a Catholic bookstore and buy holy water containers for the graces that you can receive from it. And then I wanted to also mention 2 other things that I've been doing to prepare spiritually for labor. I've been praying the Surrender Novena. I really love this Surrender Novena. If you've never heard of it, it's just basically a novena where you surrender everything to God or a specific thing that you're really struggling with. It is 9 days of prayer. It's really simple and it's really easy to do. I've actually prayed it multiple times within this pregnancy. It's been such a huge blessing to me, and in other times of my life where I really needed to give a situation over to God, and it's always been so significant. So I'm gonna link the Surrender Novena in the description box below, and if I can't find a link to it, I'll just write it all out so you can pray the Surrender Novena, and I know it'll be a blessing to you. The other thing I've been doing to prepare is I actually got the Hallow app. My mom recommended it to me. It's basically a Catholic meditation app, and they have Catholic affirmations for birth, and they have like a whole 2 different birth meditation playlists. It's just Bible quotes around birth and labor and bearing a child. I found it really helpful. I like to do stretches while I listen to the Hallow birth affirmations playlist, and I found it really, really helpful. It is a paid service, so if you don't want to spend the money towards it, I totally understand. That is all the Catholic items I'm bringing for birth. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel.